Hello all and my dear students. So my name is Priyanka TV. I'm an assistant professor in Department of AML in Aranjalapa Institute of Technology. Today I'm going to discuss about hashing technique which are used in the data structures. So first of all, what is hashing technique? So as per the definition, we can say like it is a method of storing and retrieving the data from the databases. So what I mean by storing is nothing but we are putting the data into the database. Retrieving means whichever the data has been stored, it has to be taken for the application. So that is what we call as hashing. So this is the definition of hashing technique. So when it comes to components, we are having three different components which are used in a hashing technique. So first one is called as search key. Second one is called as hash function. Third is called as hash table. So first one, what is search key? See, when we want to identify a student, so in a college, we will going to use the roll number or the USN number for identifying the student. So that is what we call as search key. So here, search key we use with the array. So array will be having its own indexes. So this search key will always indicate the indexes. So second one is called a hash function, whereas hash function is, we are having four different types of hash functions. So I'll let you know one by one. Then the third one is called as hash table. That means it is a list of array. What are the real-time applications of this hashing? So we can use this in cryptography, in the terms of cache. So everywhere we can use this hashing technique in order to map the larger values into the smaller values. Let us understand what is hashing technique by using simple example. So here I have taken 6 different types of elements, where all these elements has to be stored in an array. So how to do that? So as I said before, we are having a hash function. So we are having 4 different types of hash function, whereas first function is called as k mod 10. So this is the standardized one. So second is called as k mod n, where we can use n number of elements, but the list of array will become n minus 1. 0 to n minus 1 will be the range. Then third one is called as folding method. Then the fourth one is called as mid square method. So in all these 4 methods, these are the 2 methods which are used efficiently because the data's range has been given. In this example, I am choosing the first method, that is k mod 10. Is 10. So the range I have taken from 0 to n minus 1. So that is 0 to 10 minus 1, that means 0 to 9 indexes of array I have taken. So whatever the elements we have taken here, that should be, whatever the elements we have taken as an example, those elements should be stored in the list of array. So let us use the function, hash function, that is k mod 10. So what is the k value? That is key. The first key is 46. So when we go for 46 mod 10, the remainder we will get is 6. So 6 is the index where we have to store the element 46. So here we are having the index 6. So we are going to store the 46 key. Then the second one is 53 mod 10. So what is the remainder of 53 mod 10? Here we will get a number or the index hash value has 3. This hash value 3 is nothing but an index where we have to store this 53 value here. Then again if we go for the third element, that is 78 mod 10, means the remainder we will get as 8. So at the index position 8, we have to store our element, that is 78, in the array. So like that, the next number is 67, where remainder we will get as 7. We will store 67 in the index value 7. Then next element is 32, where the remainder is 32. That 32 should be stored with the index number. Then the last element is 11. So after doing this hash function, we will get a remainder. So we will going to store 11 in a index position 1 in an array. So like this, with larger numbers also can be reduced into the smaller value and can be stored in a array of elements. So this is called as hashing technique. So this is first condition. So next we will going to see the next situation where if both the numbers are having same remainder, then there will going to occur collision. So how to resolve this? Collision can be resolved by using a technique, and these techniques are, first one is open chaining, that we can also call as open hashing. Second one is called closed chaining, that can also be called as, this is having sub functions called as linear probing, quadratic probing and double hashing. The same example I am retaining with one extra element I have added, that element is 22. So now let us see how the collision will happen and how to reduce this collision. So here the number is 22. So if I go for the function called as k mod 10, so what is my key value? That is 22 mod 10. So by doing this we will get a hash value, or the remainder has 2. So now when you see or check this array element, in the index value 2 we are already having an element which is 32. So where to store this 22 key? So this is a problem, and this problem we call as collision. So first method we are going to use chaining method. What do you mean by chaining? Is nothing but just collecting or matching up or joining. So we'll go for open chaining. That means it will use an extra space and make it as a linked list. So now I can use my 22 element and store wherever it belongs to with the index, and will make it as a linked list. So this is how we can avoid the collision by using a first technique, that is called as chaining, which is open hashing. Next technique, that is called as closed chaining, will be seeing in the next video. Students, if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.